Think we got it? Oh, wow. Thank you, Nerd Talk, right off the bat. All right. Oh, and cue Francisco. Yikes. I mean, not just yikes. Awesome. Hey, sweet. Good deal. Okay. So, there we go. Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well, properly self-isolating in the time that we are dealing with. Like, it sucks. I know it sucks, but we got to do it. Just not just for yourself, but to stop it spreading elsewhere as well. There's a big communal effort, but don't have to think about that today because I get to open this pile of presents that's been sitting there taunting me since the month started and also growing. So, a quick reminder, my actual birthday was Saturday, it's the 21st, but I wanted to open the gifts that I got from you folks on the live stream, and I wanted to do that at the regularly scheduled live stream of Tuesday. So here we are. There are a couple of things I'm going to do first because I want to start with some stuff that went to the P.O. box. Because I learned this previously, where folks who send stuff to the P.O. box, I've had occasions where they have included either notes or certain things that they did not want read or brought up publicly. So I opened those when I got them. The rest of this pile is all off my Amazon wish list, and that came direct to the house. That's how I know that. But first, from Rob, sent me a copy of his own comic, Reynard City Chronicles, which, if I can find the time, I might even do a review of over on the break room. But Rob also sent me, because if you've been around for long enough, Rob was the guy who sent me really weird UK snacks. And this might be something that I do like as an impromptu live stream. This is a Choose Your Own Adventure Doctor Who book. So that might get featured at some point during the social distancing. Now, Rob did send me some food, but it looks like much safer stuff this time. I've got Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramel, and I've got Milky Bar, which is weird for me to see, because like I've heard British comedians and folks do reference the Milky Bar kid. It always just sounded so weird to my ear. It was one of those things that it's weird for me to find out is real. Have you heard about the new prequel episode of Doctor Who that will be released March 26th? Are you just referring to the re-airing of Rose with like a little bonus thing, kind of like they did with Day of the Doctor? Which no, I didn't watch. And there, oh, that's right. There was. He also sent me this little fox, which is very cute. Thank you, Rob. Also a card and a note, but I'm not gonna read those on air. I'm too poor to send a gift. Here's a cookie. Cookies are always appreciated as well. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm curious, I'm gonna try one of these. Huh. It's kind of funky. Not like in a bad way, but like I looked at it and I immediately thought white chocolate, but it didn't really. Not quite. Huh. Not bad. Of course, I need some water to wash it down with. I don't know if you know, but after your last video, I've been trying to find and like more of your videos. The council will be attended. Thank you, Ben. You don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. So what else? Oh, Who was it? I had something that I got from a Mr. L, who had sent me a copy of Wolf Children on Blu-ray. Now the thing is, I already own Wolf Children for two reasons. One, I really love Summer Wars, so I'm trying to get through the other things that that director has done. Also, my daughter loves wolves, so I actually blind bought that one a couple years ago, which she loves. I gave, hope it's okay, I gave the copy that you sent me to Liz, because I do think she'll like it, and actually some of the students that she teaches would probably like it as well, so I think she might even be able to recommend it to some of them, so that would be very cool. Do you own any movies from the Criterion Collection? I feel like I have one or two. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not that much of a collector, so I don't keep track of like the editions of things that I have. Can we expect more Buffyverse videos in the future? At some point. Like, no promises on when or what topic. However, next month on the Tough Like a Girl podcast that I do with Liz, we are going to do Frey, which was Joss Whedon's first the Buffyverse. So there is that. Do you like musical? Do I like musical theater? I was a theater geek in high school. Yes, I like musical theater. I think. All right. Oh, there was another thing that was sent to me. The P.O. box. And if there was anything else sent to the P.O. box that I received and I'm not showing, forgive me, I tried to put it all in one place, but it's also me, so, but got this, which I thought was very cool, very neat. These kinds of crafts are cool. Like, I've always loved how it looks like pixel art. I've always enjoyed that. Okay, so next, I've got a couple of things that were sent to the P.O. box, so I know who these are from. These are from Carolyn, who is our wonderful mod. I've been on a Sweeney Todd kick lately. Send help, please. Stage show or movie? Because I actually am okay with the movie. A lot of theater geeks aren't. You always attempt to do a British accent with Doctor Who and Harry Potter. Try doing Jodie's, I dare you. I'm not sure I have... Ooh, my goodness. Those are enticing. My first thought is I'm going to wear these at Vermont Pride if parades are allowed to happen by the time that rolls around. But, ooh, that's fun. Let's see what else we got here. Do you watch Lucifer? I did either 3 or 4 episodes. It just didn't grab me. I don't know what it was. I wish I had liked it, but oh, Slytherin sorcerer sleeves. Oh, nice. So sort of almost kind of arm warmer things. Yee. Nice. Because, yes, despite my reservations about J.K. Rowling as a person, I do enjoy my Slytherin gear. Did Knives Out rehabilitate Rian Johnson for you? Look. Rian Johnson didn't need rehabilitating for me. The man's not a bad director. He did with Star Wars what he does with everything. He deconstructed it. He took the tropes and the conventions and broke them down, remixed them, and put them back together in a different way. And he did what he always does. Now, I don't like the result when he did that to Star Wars. But that does not mean that he was suddenly a bad director who needed to be redeemed in my eyes. Like that's like anyone who says Rian Johnson's a bad director, I'm gonna have a hard time taking their opinion seriously because he's not. I don't even as someone who does not like The Last Jedi, like very much at all. I don't even think it's a bad movie taken in of itself. It's just not at all what works for me in terms of Star Wars. And that's a completely separate conversation about how good he is as a director or whether he needed redemption. All that said, Knives Out was brilliant. So there we go. If you could have any monster from the past return to 13, what would it be? Omega. It's always going to be Omega. Until it happens, that will be the answer. Ooh. So this is the last thing from Carowin. What would you suggest to use for watching Doctor Who? I can't find it. Well, see, the thing is, like, at this point, I've got most of them on Blu-ray, so I'm just... Ooh. Oh! These are earrings, and they are very cool, and I don't think I can show them to you, because I'm afraid it'll get the channel demonetized. But it's very cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm gonna wear those to a show. Oh, okay. Like, I'm gonna show real quick, but I'm not gonna zoom it in. So that's what we've got. We have kind of a bondage version of the Hanged Man, if you know your tarot cards at all. Ooh. Yes, Microraptor, I will do that. Okay, so that's the stuff that I knew who it was coming from. And now we get to the packages that came to the house. And we'll see what we've got here. All right. Let's see who this is from. Happy birthday, Nathaniel. Just want to say thank you for doing what you do. I'm a London sci-fi geek. Watching your vids is kind of like having a geek out with a mate. Yes, I do talk back to the screen. I do that with podcasts, like a lot. Not as much with videos, but there are podcasts that I will literally pause while driving the car to rant at the people who can't hear me. Plus, love the hair. Aw, thank you. So let's see what we got in here. Yes. So this is a Scorpia pin. I'm having a real challenge of a day. Oh, that's my girl. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Had to sit through the Music Man 2003 for theater. All I could focus on was how much Hill teleports, manipulates people, and enters people's fantasies. I've only seen the Music Man on stage once, actually relatively easily, like within the last year. I want the Yeti to come back. They're so cuddly. Although it's telling that when the Great Intelligence came back and they needed me, and snowmen were the less silly option. I think it's debatable whether the snowmen were less silly than the Yeti was. Ooh. Ooh, this has some heft to it. Let's see. Ah! All right. Well, first off, funny that it was mentioned. Knives Out. Oh, Liz and I will be watching that. And is there a note? Oh, there is a note. Oh, jeez. Losing my grip on things. The other thing is, Disturbed Friends. How many people do I need to play this? I'm going to have to figure that out. 4 to 10 players. Next social gathering I'm at. So probably not for a while. But this is going to get played. And hold on. Was there a note? Happy birthday, Nathaniel. Oh, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have you watched The Mandalorian? Maybe some new videos. I actually did finish The Mandalorian. I meant to do a sum up video to put up in the break room. I keep forgetting to get to it. Which kind of shows you the impression that The Mandalorian left on me. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. And honestly, it's kind of what I think Star Wars on TV kind of should be. You know, taking a more specific, narrow niche corner of Star Wars and running with it. And you can argue that it's a bit more nostalgia baby. It's very much what fans say they want. But I think there's room for that. And I did enjoy it. I wasn't like gung-ho about it, but I did enjoy it. Have you read any books from the Alex Rider series? I seriously recommend the books. They're amazing. I have not. Have you heard of the show Invader Zim? It's on Hulu. Yes, I've seen the original seasons. I know it came back Was it with a like a movie thing or like proper came back? I haven't seen that. Oh, hi, Steven. Nice to see you. People will forget the cutest thing ever in Disney, Baby Perry the platypus. Oh, that would be Phineas and Ferb, which I also didn't get into. That was a little bit after my time. Here we go. Gotta say that smile you were wearing in your thumbnail is just the brightest thing I've seen all day. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Valerie. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Is there a note? No. Receipt. Okay, so there's no note in this one, but fairy coloring book. Because I do unwind with coloring every now and then. It's been a little while since I've done it. I think I'm overdue to indulge in that again. But yeah. I want a musical Doctor Who episode. I think if they were going to do that, they kind of needed to do it with Capaldi. Because they already had him all geared up with the guitar and everything. Thank you for agreeing on the Phineas and Ferb. I get so much flack for not liking it. There are certain things that, like, I feel like people are like, how can you not like that? And the thing for me often becomes, look, I'm just wasn't the demographic. Like, I never really got into Power Rangers because I was a little too old for it. I couldn't really get all that much into the Sarah Jane Adventures because it was aimed at such a much younger audience than even the main show of Doctor Who. So, sometimes it doesn't make a thing bad. It just makes it so it's demonstrably not for me. And I can take enjoyment sometimes from things that aren't for me, but other times it's like, no, there's a reason it's not for me. All right. We got tape on this one. That means I get to be all fancy and flip that open. I gotta find my butterfly knife again. That's wandered off somewhere. Because I actually do know how to flick that thing open too. This is among my useless skills. Looks impressive, not helpful. All right, let's see. Okay, is there a note? Doesn't look like, one of the only things that I was still missing. Vortex manipulator. Oh, nice. Yep, have needed that for a while. Maybe now I can put together either a Captain Jack or River cosplay. Tease that out. Happy. Oh, thank you, random. Cheese. More of this. I do enjoy flicking knives open. It is fun. Just casually flicks a knife. Yeah. Like, I've got swords behind me. Yes, I will casually flick open a knife. Just wondering if Torchwood came back, would you prefer to have a classic episode as well as a modern episode? And what classic monster to come back in? I don't know if there are any classic Who characters or monsters that would make sense to bring into Torchwood. The Vortex Manipulator could also work for Missy as cosplay. She did use it, that is true. Where'd you get your glasses from? They look awesome. Zenni Optical, Zenni. It's an online site. I prefer color by number on my phone apps. Yeah, see, I have big fingers, and so doing it on my phone is often frustrating. I celebrate your happy birthday. I celebrate your Patreon. Oh, Ransom. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. Also, I love when they come in these bags, because I reuse these come Christmas, because I cannot wrap presents worth a dang. Ooh. Speaking of, because I mentioned earlier, someone had sent me wolf children. Same director as this, Mirai, which I heard very good things about, and I definitely want to see. I like of the other things from this director, Mamoru Hosoda. Uh, Summer Wars is still my favorite, but like I love Wolf Children. I love The Girl Who Ran Through Time, and I'm excited to just check out the rest of his filmography. Will you ever do a fan meetup in the future after the world isn't ending? I mean, I would like to. The issue just becomes a matter of like where does that happen? I don't live somewhere that is any kind of central kind of location, like near anything. I live in the northeast corner of nowhere, and yeah, I had considered trying to organize something like that at Gallifrey One, but it just felt a little more self-indulgent than I was prepared to do. But like I'm down with the theory at least. Not sure what happened to the note. The fairy coloring book was from me. Oh, thank you, Nerd Talk. Oh, hold on. Had something, lost it. Oh, thank you, Randomness. Which Disney Plus Marvel show are you most excited about? I am most excited, I think, for WandaVision because it looks weird and trippy. And so I'm getting Legion vibes a little bit, and I am very curious to see how that plays out. Do you have a purple 11th Doctor outfit? I do not. So even though we are reaching the point with Overdue Doctor Who where the purple coat comes into play, I don't own it. So I will keep doing what I've been doing as far as that goes. Anything you'll enjoy? Oh, ha, ha, yes. So this is from Jolie and Gallivant complete collection. That like I'm very grateful for this for a couple of reasons. First off, it's on Netflix now. If you haven't watched this, I highly encourage you to do so. But you never know when things are going to go off of Netflix. So I don't like to count on that. And I like to have physical media, the stuff. I was singing this in the car just like a couple of days ago. Oh, mwah. And I am, it's now, I'm putting it on my to-do list. No idea when it'll get done. But I'm putting on my to-do list, doing a deep dive into this, focusing on Richard. Because Richard's arc, especially through season 2, was what made this show, took it from good to great for me. I really love this show. I lost it when I saw Bob Odenkirk in Little Women. Yeah, I hadn't expected to see him either. So that was pretty neat. Way back in days of old, there was a legend told about a hero known as Gallivant. I'm also partial to Richard because he actually sings in my range. So it makes me biased. Oh my goodness. Okay. Kissing objects that were handled by other people's hands, probably not the best idea. I'm pretty sure that for how long this stuff has been sitting in my corner waiting to be opened, the time period of sustainability of the virus is past because I haven't gotten a new package sent to the house in about a week. Do you play D&D? Not presently. I had a gaming group, but it kind of dissolved when the person who ran it had a kid, and then he recently had a second kid. So if there was meant to be a note with this one, it didn't come through. You have a nice voice. Oh, thank you. Who's your favorite actor or actress? I couldn't tell you. Like I can't just single one out. We're gonna have to kill you if you sing the stinking song. It didn't win an Emmy, now it's time to move along. What have we got? Oh! I know what this stuff is. Okay, so a number of the items on my on my wish list, and I think I'd even marked them as this, were things that, I mean, I have to see how they look. So you're not gonna find this out right now. because I have to see how this looks and see if it comes together. But I had a concept for like a custom Doctor Who cosplay, like a future Doctor, basically how I would costume the Doctor at some future incarnation. So something for me to wear. So this is a belt, which I'm not going to take out because it requires a certain amount of assembly to put together. This was a very nifty belt. I'm like, ooh, that would work, because I generally do need a belt. Just because, lack of hips. And I would not be surprised. Oh, yeah. So that would be the navy blue vest, which is going to be part of that. Again, hopefully all this stuff fits, and hopefully it looks the way I want it to. So we'll see if that pulls together. I've got my Doctor's Incarnations outfit picked out too. Nice! Mine would be Matt Smith. I got to meet him. I nearly passed out. Best day ever. It is very cool to meet, people from the show. If you are a future Doctor, I've already tried and failed to be 13's companion. Can I be your companion? We'll talk. Do you like Farscape? If so, miss that style of sci-fi? I love Farscape. I've got the whole thing on DVD. I've had it for ages. It's one of those things that I'd like to do some videos on, but it I don't know how much interest there is. Like, I know the people who like Farscape really like Farscape, but in terms of the number of people, I don't know how much interest there is. And it would be a sizable project, probably, unless I did like a specific dive into a specific episode. But Liz is Vera's companion. Why do you change your camera angle from videos to streams? Mainly to loosen it up and have it more casual. This is the same angle I use for the break room. Oop, 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 oop. That. Enjoy your gift. Thank you for the amazing Doctor Who reviews. Thank you, Russell. So, oh, this was, this isn't for the Doctor Who cosplay. This was just a piece I really wanted to try out and wear. Ooh. Let's see. So that'll be something I'll have to try. Yeah, so there we go. I know it looks very see-through. There is an insert. Although, I mean, depending on what kind of party I was going to, could also use it as being very see-through. So, kind of nice to have the option. Still working on my Doctor's outfit. So far, all I have are steampunk goggles I got from Spirit Halloween. Honestly, the idea is probably extremely ugly. Well, I mean, you won't know until you put it together. That's the thing. Like, it's possible I will put this together, look at it, and go, ugh. I hope not, because other people bought this stuff for me. I mean, at the very least, I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy these pieces by themselves, even if they don't come together the way I'd like. What is your cup size? I might be up to a B at this point. I haven't checked in a bit. I was an A for a while. I think I might be a B now. Let's see. Are there any special traditions you do on your birthday? I like to tell my friends that I'm 1 year closer to death whenever they wish me happy birthday. I don't have many friends. No, not really. It's pretty malleable what happens on my birthday. So this was a T-shirt that I had on the wish list. It's got sort of a pink and purple dragon and a lovely infinite little gender symbol, which I think is very cool. And I'm pretty sure it actually means something fairly specific, but I just like it quite a bit. I love the design. I'm also putting together my own Doctor cosplay and making a controversial move by not using a coat. Ooh, that is bold. That said, not all the Doctors always wore a coat, but most of them have had it as part of the repertoire. That's That's been pretty standard for a bit. Ugh. Are you gonna take your daughter to see the new SpongeBob movie? She's not really into SpongeBob, so probably not. Will you wash your hands when Happy Birthday is sung? Do you know where Dewan's Master fits into your rankings? I don't yet. I feel like I need to see a little bit more of him, a little bit like Jodie, and also be curious to see if he sticks around past her tenure, or if he ends up being like Missy and only appearing for the one. Happy birthday, Anthony. Oh, Tracy. Tracy sent me multiple things. Much appreciated. You missed my super chat. Go up. Oh, I'm sorry. Thought I got them all. Thank you for alerting me. I put together my own incarnation of the Master costume. You will obey me. If you think that hypnotism is going to work on me, keep trying. See what happens. What have we got? Oh, this is part of the top for that. That's sort of the shirt underneath the vest, and actually a second. So I had two vest options. So we'll see which one looks better, and either one of these I would happily wear on my own. I do like vests a lot, and I think I look good in them. So let's see. Oh, all right, we've got. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I'm glad that my father is doing okay even with diabetes. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You seriously need to bring Devil in Me at your next performance. Like, there is a video of me performing to that song. It's searchable if you hunt. I'm gonna make you look for it. I've done that number a few times now, actually, at this point. Ah, now see, you had the inclination of doing a future your own incarnation of the Doctor without a coat. Me, I need a coat. Oh, I cannot wait to try this stuff on. My plan for a Doctor cosplay would include a vest similar to the one you ordered, but brown, a Hawaiian shirt, an orange tie and shirt combo. I'm not. I would question doing a tie with a Hawaiian. I mean, like, it's obviously a fashion faux pas, and I'm sure that's kind of the idea, but, like, it's just too visually busy. I feel like if you do a Hawaii, you have to just let the Hawaiian speak for itself. But, like I've said, give it a shot. You don't know if it's going to work until you try it. Lovely coat. Looks like you use it for Dewan's Master. I probably wouldn't cosplay as that particular incarnation of the Master, just... out of my own comfort level. And that's not me saying nobody else who is of my complexion could cosplay as him. I'm not going to dictate that for you. Just my own personal comfort. I would not feel comfortable doing so. Are you going to DIY your own Sonic? No, because I'm not handy at all. Like, my dream is... because there are some folks and some stores that I've found that will build custom Sonics for you, but they're expensive. So I know what I'd like to do. Will I do it? Can I afford to do it? I don't know. Do all the people in the stream asking to be your companion, whereas I know it won't happen because you're sick of modern day Earth companions? Well remembered, Ben. Thank you very much. All right. So I've got one thing left. Nope, two things. I'll save the big one, Ben. All right. You'd be an amazing doctor. I'm totally not saying this to convince you I'd be a good companion. My doctor's outfit would be the best elements of 6, 9, and 12. 6, 9, and 12. That is an odd group to mix. Just the idea of mixing 6 and 9, you have me intrigued and curious. All right, let's see here. Ooh. Let's see. Hi Nathaniel, happy birthday. I love watching your Doctor Who reviews on YouTube. Just wanted to show my appreciation for your work. Oh God, there's so many boxes. I gotta take the recycling out after this. One thing I will promise, folks, if I ever like do any kind of debut of my my own take on the Doctor, I will not try and do an English accent. I will spare you all that. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Oh, nice. Again, this is just for me to wear. This is a knit duster. Because I do like these things. I like them just to have something to throw over what is otherwise a very simple top to sort of liven it up a little bit. No, wait, please do one. I want to hear it. No, you don't. Like my attempt at an English accent works for my kid when I read Harry Potter to her, but like anyone with an actual ear for accents, like it is on a walking tour of the UK. It wanders all over the place. It's a mess. And because I know how many UK viewers I have, that is probably why you'll never hear me do it. If I only had like 10% of my viewers in the UK, I'd be like, whatever. But it's like a third of my subscribers are in the UK. But you said the Doctor should always be British. I did, but I'm not. And you don't want to hear me fake the accent. I'll make a joke out of it. Oh God, everything sounds wrong now. Bugger bollocks. Oh no, this isn't right. We'll get mileage out of it. Do you think it would be a bad idea to address the fact that the Doctor killed his and the Master's bully as a child in the show? I don't know. I don't know. But it would be better than anyone attempting a Norfolk accent. I'm not even sure I could identify a Norfolk accent. British accent after a few waters. Okay. Have you considered sorting the Masters? I bet most would be Ravenclaw or Gryffindor. I haven't. I think my default assumption is most of them just end up in Slytherin. I'm trying to think if any of them would show up anywhere else. Missy maybe ends up somewhere else, but the thing is, the Master's entire deal is ambition and glory. Where the heck else are you going to put that? So, last thing. Oh my God. All right, let's see here. Last time. Forgive me for the awkward placement of my hand as I cover up my home address in a vain attempt to maintain some degree of privacy. What are your thoughts on the Doctor Who spin-off Class? I never got around to watching it. Oof, a big boy package. Oh my goodness. Okay. Holy cow. All right. Oh, I'm pretty sure I know who this is from. This is probably not off my wish list because if this is from who I think it is, they do actually know me in person and have visited my house. So they have my address. Okay, let's see. Holy cow. Okay, this is... all right. Boy, there's a lot to this. Ooh. Ooh. Amaze balls. Bath bombs. Mixed fruit. Oh, nice. Each bath fizzer has a toy surprise inside. Yes, because I am a child. That was a lot of packaging for a small thing. What else we got? Slap it. Bite it. What is this? So apparently these are butt masks. Not face masks, but butt masks. There is the caffeine butt mask for retexturizing and detoxifying. It's called Slap It. And there is the plant-based collagen butt sheet mask for hydrating and toning called Bite It. Yeah, I definitely know where these came from. Thank you, Meg. Okay, for this, that box was ridiculous. But these are also kind of ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Be a badass with a great ass and give your butt a facelift. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So I think that's everything. Oh man. That was a good note to end on. The belt and the waistcoat was for me. Oh, thank you, Artemis. Sent a note. Sorry it didn't come through. Hope it comes together. Glad you liked it. Thank you very much. Oh, and well, I do film and TV production at university. If you're ever in Bradford, UK, let's make an introduction episode to your doctor. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have conceptual ideas of what would probably amount to about a minute to just cover like regeneration and introduction of the look, maybe a couple of lines. See, that's the other thing. I know, I know what my, I don't want to say tagline, but what my recurring line would be for my doctor. I was going to say that's the amount of thought I put into this. I don't want to seem like I think about it all the time, but it's just something I've been thinking about in small doses for a while. I have a whole season for what I want to do with my doctor. Very cool. I haven't got that far. I don't have actual story or script ideas, but what would your doctor love? Like 13 likes biscuits. I gladly deliver it. Okay, I'll stop bargaining to be a companion. That I hadn't figured out yet. Will you ever do a Hunger Games video? You go far enough back. I did a video on the first film ages ago with my lousy camera. Actually shot it in a hotel because I was traveling at the time that I shot it. It's old. I've only seen the first two movies, never got around to the other ones, never read the books, so my catchphrase would be, well, there it is, from the movie Amadeus. Do you think Liz is secretly compiling a master costume to counter you as we speak? Maybe Liz was the master all along. Possibly. Tell you what she's not, though. She's not the Ronnie. It's never the Ronnie. I work for Torchwood. I'd be a good ally. You are pitching hard on this. I kind of like it. I mistook the demon of the Punjab writer as a Sasha Master cosplayer because he was dressed similar to O's first costume in Spyfall. Oh, ooh. That's kind of funny, but I like slightly embarrassing, it sounds like, as well. I hope he took it well. Would your doctor pull Seventh Doctor and go to America? I mean, like if I ever shot anything, they probably would have to because that's where I am. That's where I'm stuck, and I'm not sure anywhere drivable distance from me passes for anywhere else. How would you describe the song "Where's the Love" by the Black Eyed Peas? As a song I don't know. That's how I would describe that. Uh, I'd make sassy nicknames up. I'd make rubbish jokes. Where do you get the swords? These have been accumulated over time from various sources. They had none of them came from the same place twice. Like that one's a gift. That I got at a Ren fair. That I got at no, that you can't even see. I'm not going to take it down. That one was online. That one was online. I forget where I got the axe. I think the axe was online. The cutlass was a Ren fair. I haven't bought a weapon in a while. I think I kind of grew out of the urge. I still like them, but like I grew out of the desire to keep accumulating. I think honestly, once I filled the weapon rack, I was like, I think I'm good. I like the idea of a more methodical doctor who always wears gloves. Well, especially these days, right? It's a good lesson for all. By the way, the last few videos have shown up in my recommended, so you're getting put out on YouTube. The last couple did okay. Funnily enough, after 2 videos completely tanking, although I think word has finally gotten around because they've started to get close to what I normally would have expected them to do in the first 24 hours. But you know they are still accumulating views. But the 2 earlier videos this week completely tanked, and then the most recent 2, which are ones of me talking about YouTube, and one of them even specifically bitching about YouTube, those ones did fine. Go figure. Check the Discord. Yes, thank you, Carwin. As any true swordsmith would tell you, there are 2 virtues you want in a blade: simplicity and clarity. That might be why I think I actually favor the cutlass. It's good, simple, gets the job done. Good for slashing or piercing. Nice multi-use. Also, it's not as heavy. I've got a broadsword over on the other wall, which is a nice one, but it's heavy. And like I can't swing that worth a darn. Okay, so I'm popping over to the Discord. Be right back, folks. Let's see what we got here. Hang on. Sorry. Stupid thing. Gifts? I give you air from my lungs. And that was then commented on as being quite intimate. Yes, indeed. Modern companions, which would you be most likely to snog, marry, avoid? Yes, we know 3 is Clara, or is it? Okay. Snog would be Amy, marry would be Donna, avoid, honestly, and this is going to tick some people off, I'd probably avoid Rose. That's not to say I don't like Rose as a companion, but I would not get along with her in person, like at all, I don't think. Somebody else commented saying Rory, and Rose. I don't think you're allowed to double up like that, but cool birthday-related fact, the Swedish author Vilhelm Moberg was born on August 21st, 1898. My youngest cousin was born August 5th, 1998, so almost exactly 100 years apart. Cool. No clue who that author is. Is there any show that is PG-13 that you would like to go R-rated? Would you like an episode of Doctor Who that is R-rated? No, I wouldn't want Doctor Who, like we've got Torchwood for that, to play around in that world and have a more R-rated sensibility. I wouldn't want that for the Doctor themselves. So off the top of my head, the thing is, like, the shows that I like that are in that PG-13 range, they rode that line really well. Same with Buffy, for that matter. Or Farscape. Like, I don't think they gain much going harder than they did. And the shows that I like that are hard are like hard. Like Hannibal, that's an R-rated show. And it revels in it gloriously. But I'm not someone, like, again, maybe it's because I'm old. I just don't think too much about like there being an inherent value to being R-rated. There are things that properly embrace their rating, whatever it may be, and that's always nice. But one is, I don't find inherent value in one over the other. Let's see. For the Snog and Mary questions, I feel I have to stick with those who would be interested, personal preference. Thus, it simply has to be Snog Clara. She snogged Jane Austen. Ooh, true. Mary, Bill. I mean, come on, of course. Good choice. Avoid Missy. Travel with the dog and makes her a companion, but nope, too dangerous. Very fair. Wolf Children was for me. If the note was missing, sorry, missed the beginning of the stream. Yeah, that showed up at the very beginning. So if you look at the archive, that was one of the first things I talked about. What do you think of Matt Hardy become broken? I don't know what that means. Could the Timeless Child be done better? Set it on Gallifrey, and the child is one of the sister of Karn. If the Timeless Child was anyone other than the Doctor, I wouldn't have a massive issue with it. I probably still wouldn't love it just because I don't love dealing into Gallifrey lore at the best of times, but it wouldn't annoy me if it was literally anyone other than the Doctor. Not that it should be the Master, because it shouldn't, but that would have annoyed me slightly less than what they did. Could you do a video of mental health on the issues of personality and belief that you are two persons? No, because that's not part of my own experience. So I've talked about mental health to certain degrees before, like I've talked about my ADHD, because that's me, that's my life. I have personal experience to draw from. But and like I've touched on the topics of things like depression as they've come up as thematically relevant in reviews that I've done. But I'm not going to do a deep dive into any sort of mental condition that I myself don't have, because I'm not a medical practitioner. I have no qualifications, and I have no business expositing on anything along those lines. So no, that's not something I would ever talk about. Well, thank you, Poker Pope. I loved your birthday. I cheekily Facebooked pic of my 40th, as it has both Vera and Who elements. How would the Ronnie be successfully done? I think the way to do the concept of the Ronnie correctly is to not make her the out and out villain of a piece. So what I mean by that is her whole concept is she's very into her experiments and the science that she does and all that. But they still made her this kind of cackling villain, which undermines the very concept at the core of that idea, which is somebody who is lacking in morals. She is amoral. She should not be like, Mwah! That's the master shtick. So the way to do the Ronnie right is just to remove honestly, the way you do the Ronnie right is basically by making her Entrapta from She-Ra. That's basically what you do. She's so focused on the science, the data, what can she learn, what can she experiment, what can she create, that she doesn't care what the consequences are, which makes her the villain of any given story, but also potentially makes her an ally in other circumstances. That's how you do the Ronnie correctly. She is a morally neutral figure, and whether she is villain, ally, or just a wild card issue will depend on the context of any given story. The huge mistake they made when implementing the Ronnie in Classic, who was to basically turn her into the master all over again, which we didn't need because we already had the master and didn't gel with what they were saying the concept of her was. There was what we were told about the Ronnie, and then there was what we saw of the Ronnie. What we were told was not dissimilar to what I just described. What we saw was Lady Master. Yeah, it didn't work. Oh, I too have ADHD. Oh, look, a squirrel. Yeah. Hang on. Here's an idea for a comedy sketch set in a convention. You and Doug Walker are confused for each other and have to try and host each other's panels. I still haven't gone back to Channel Awesome, so I'll keep any opinions for myself. But after I kind of bowed out, for my own conscience, needed to break from watching the output of that channel, I realized after a while that I didn't have a strong enough need to go back to it, that I just kind of let it go. So that's just, and I'm not going to judge anyone who does still watch Nostalgia Critic or who went back to watching it. That's fine. But I realized I don't miss it that much. I enjoyed it for a while, but will you ever come to a British Comic Con and meet a third of your fans? Love your content and how you have no time for books nowadays, but please check out Skullduggery Pleasant. Like the title at least. Look, I would love to get to the UK again. I've been there. I honeymooned in London forever ago, and I would love to get back to the UK. I would love to experience more than just London. I'd love to get even beyond England. I'd love to check out Scotland. I'd love to check out Wales. But time, money. The second one especially, because I do take vacations and trips. Like Liz and I go places during the summer, but I would love to go to the UK, but I can't afford it. I just can't. It's too much money. What's your favorite thing to watch with your daughter? She-Ra, which had its 5th season announced. It's the last one, but it's coming back. We'll have to wait for the lockdown to end first. Yes, there's also that. We are going to have to wrap up relatively soon. When you come to the UK, you'd be welcome with open arms. Aw, thank you. I think I asked on Instagram what your doctor would be, and all you said was bit busy. Yep. That is the core concept. Bit busy. Random Hoovian, I see you. I do still see you, and I admire your tenacity. How much would you have wanted the Timeless Child to be Omega, and they got rid of him by accidentally abandoning him? I mean, it certainly would have worked better. My entire mom's side of the family is... My entire mom's side of the family is Scottish, so I'm sure they could give you a room. All Scots are really nice. Oh. I would love to go out there. I would love to go arrange some kind of a meetup somewhere with UK fans, or like go to a con. And I'd love to bring Liz. It would be awesome. It would be wonderful. But right now there's just no way. I mean, like, I'm not, aside from the fact that everything is shut down, even setting that aside, I already wasn't planning to do another con this year since Gallifrey 1, and that was in February. I was looking at cons in like August or September, and I just still found myself going like, I can't afford to do a second con in the same year. I just can't. I love that thanks to where I'm at on the channel and with the Patreon support, that I'm able to do a con a year. I'm incredibly grateful for that, but I can barely swing that. And Gallifrey 1 really did wipe me out because, you know, like when I did Terrificon last year, that was a drivable distance. I got to drive there as opposed to having to fly there. Also, the hotel was a little bit cheaper. Do you enjoy The Office? Not really. It's cringe humor. It's not my thing. Plus, you know, the original is Ricky Gervais, and I didn't like Ricky Gervais back when everyone else still liked Ricky Gervais. I've never liked Ricky Gervais. If you were condemned by the Time Lords to get trapped at some point on Earth's history, when and where would you want to be placed? Well, unfortunately, it's a tricky question because I have a feeling that the honest truth is probably at some point in the future where hopefully we've reached some kind of Star Trek society and things have settled a little bit. That would be the optimistic answer. Taking that possibility out of it, so the question would be, if by trapped there, would I be stuck there, like, and from the point dropped off living forward, or like literally like stuck in a year forever? Because then I go 20s. I go the roaring 20s. The problem is, if I start in the 20s and have to go forward, then I have to hit the 30s with the Great Depression, and then I'd have to hit, World War II, which I wouldn't really care for. So it depends on the this is what happens when people ask me that question. I start nitpicking the specifics and go, well, maybe this, maybe that, because that's what my brain does. Oh, thank you, Jolie. I feel the whole lack of international vacations thing, Nathaniel. But hey, here's a small bit towards the English vacation fund. Oh, thank you very much. Excited for new Red Dwarf this year. I actually forgot that there was going to be Red Dwarf. I'm not caught up. I feel like there's a year or maybe even two that I'm missing. Trying to catch them in the US has been weird and wonky. Did you see Red Dwarf, the Promised Land trailer? I haven't. As quite a young person who has no money, I can understand not going to another con, especially over the pond. My friend usually saves up $600 for 3 days and is out by Saturday. I mean, yeah, and that would just be money spent. I actually usually do a bit better than that. I think I usually cap on-site spending at a con at around $300, averaging about $100 a day. I will spend that money, but I tend to be not frugal, not quite the right word, but I'm picky. I don't just go, I won't buy anything at a con that I know I could easily get anywhere else. So I'll never pick up like Funko Pops or you know, action figures or movie posters. Or like I could get this somewhere else. But I will, there's a couple things I will do. I'll go for low cost stuff. So like I'll get jewelry like earrings and rings, but I'll really cap myself on what I'm going to spend per item on that. I'll buy buttons, you know, pins, because they're cheap. But what I really like to find is stuff that I am not going to find anywhere else, which is why this wasn't the case at Gallifrey 1 because they didn't have an artist alley. But if I go to a Comic-Con, by and large, you will find me trolling Artist Alley, looking for artists who take commissions at a price that I don't feel is excessive. So usually 35 and under range, unless I really love their style. But I look for artists taking commissions and looking at the style of their art and thinking, ooh, is there a character I want to see done like that? And that's where I spend the most money at most cons, is on commissioned artwork. You versus the cat from Red Dwarf in a Battle Royale style. I mean, It'd be an easy enough win. All I have to do is put a mirror up in front of him and he's done. We pass by any mirrors, I'm there for the day. I love the cat. He's great. Do you enjoy Deadpool? Movie or comics? I actually haven't read a ton of Deadpool comics. I like the first movie pretty well. I have a lot of problems with the sequel. Favorite classic Who companion? Jamie McCrimmon. And I got to meet, and now I suddenly lost his name, but I got to meet the actor who played him at Gallifrey 1 and got my picture with him, which was awesome. Stands outside your TARDIS with a massive sign saying, please. We'll do it maybe a while before I go, but oh, that was in response to something else. All right, I think I do need to wrap up. I'm out of water, which is the usual sign. I'm guessing all your gifts are already open, given how you stopped opening gifts that are focusing on the chat. Did Gallivant come with its note or no? It did. I even sang a little bit. Not a lot, but I sang a little. No, Battle of Style. Oh, Battle of Style. Like, I'm not going to win. I'll do my best to put in a decent showing, but, like, no. I wouldn't stand a chance. It's a plastic surgeon's nightmare. My brother's called Jamie because of Jamie McCrimmon, and my mom grew up with that Who era. Yes, she is that old. Nothing wrong with that. What's your view on non-British actors taking the role of the Doctor? Not at all accent or no? If so, just no. Fraser Hines, thank you. No, John, it's just a no. I don't think that the Doctor has to be English, but it needs to come from the British Isles, whoever plays it. So I'm down for an Irish Doctor. I'm down for a Welsh Doctor, but not an American. And even if you can find an American who would do a flawless British accent, I still don't really want it. My dad named me Alexander after Xander because it was the closest he could get to it. Cool. What about a Brummie? I don't know my British slang well enough to know exactly the area that is referring to. Oh my god, the cheetah people in your series could be the cats from Cats. Okay, but I'm not doing the butthole cut. All right, so I think I am Birmingham. Oh, okay. Random Whovians told me to tell you they're definitely not from the 21st century Earth. Please just take them. Okay, that's actually going to be my my cue to bow out. I think. Oh, I bought your merch and love it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Disney Plus launched here today. Sharing login with my young cousins during lockdown. Share logins, yes, yes. If you are able to, sharing logins is a good way to help other folks out. So I am going to wrap it up. I'm going to eat the rest of my Cadbury chocolate and my Milky Bar. And I hope everybody stays safe and does the best that you can under the circumstances. It is, it's tough going at the moment. Would you do a comparative review of Doctor Who? Oh, geez. Doctor Who and the Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know. I hadn't thought of it. So, yeah, that'll wrap up this one. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for, my gosh, all this stuff that is now exploded all over the room, and I'm going to have to deal with that now. Good problems to have. So thank you all so much. And you don't, I will always appreciate stuff and the super chats and the Patreon. It is amazing the level of support that I get from you folks, but just having you here, just having you watch getting able to interact with you. This is nice. I love doing this. Thank you for a wonderful birthday. Here's to another great year. And just remember that until next time, you are beautiful, you are valid, and you are loved. Have a good night. And wash your hands!